Alright, as promised, a brief refresher on adding fractions. Let's start with adding 1/2 plus 1/2. 1/2 plus 1/2 is 1 whole. That was easy. Let's do something slightly more complicated. Let's do something like 1/5 plus 2/5. Well, that's 3/5. So far they're easy, and that's because they have common denominators. 2 on the bottoms, 5 on the bottoms. But what happens when we have to do something like 1/2 plus 1/5? In order to add fractions, we must rewrite with common denominators. So we need an LCD. An LCD is a number that both of these go into. In this case, it's going to be 10. This is the lowest such number. If you come up with a different number that they both go into, that's fine too. You're just doing yourself some more work, but it's legal. So I'm going to rewrite this both with 10s on the bottom and a plus in the middle. And now you have to ask yourself, 2 times what makes 10? That's easy. 2 times 5 makes 10. So I'm going to have to, if this is going to be times 5, that's a times 5, then this is going to have to be times 5. What is 1 times 5? It's 5. And now we have to ask ourselves, 5 times what makes 10? And of course, 5 times 2 makes 10. So what do we have to multiply by here? Times 2. 1 times 2 is 2. Now we have common denominators, which makes us happy. So we have 5 plus 2, which is 7 over 10. 7 over 10. There you go. There's our answer. Let's do another one. Let's do something like maybe 4/3 plus 5/6. Now you have to find your common denominator. The lowest common denominator is 6. You might think, oh, how about 18? Yeah, 18 works. You're doing yourself some more work, but whatever. We're going to rewrite that with our LCD. 6. 3 times what makes 6? 3 times 2 makes 6. So we're multiplying that by 2. We have to multiply the top by 2. So 4 times 2 is 8. And 6 times 1 is 6. So if we're multiplying the bottom by 1 to get to there, we have to multiply the top by 1 to get to there. 5 times 1 is 5. 8 plus 5 is 13. Over 6. There is our answer. Let's do one more, just to make sure we're really hammering this home. Let's do something like 1/6 plus maybe 2/9. Alright, so 1/6 plus 2/9. We need a common denominator. I'm going to do, this was silly that I put it kind of in the mess here. Forget that. Let's just go ahead and add a new layer there. Boom. Let's do 1/6 plus 2/9 like before. Alright, a common denominator. You might be thinking 54. Yeah, fine, because you just multiplied those two numbers, you got 54. That's cool, that works. Smaller than that, though, that also works, is 18. If you need a review on lowest common denominators, maybe a quick Google search. If that doesn't do it for you, maybe check your book. If that still doesn't do it for you, feel free to email me. I'd be happy to record a video if somebody asks me to, but I'm not going to do it until someone asks. So my LCD, I almost said LSD, that would be intense, but we're not going to do that. LCD is going to be 18, so we're going to rewrite this thing with 18s on the bottom. And that means, what do I have to multiply 6 by to get 18? Times 3. So what I do at the bottom, I got to do at the top. So 1 times 3 is 3. What do I have to multiply 9 by to get 18? It's going to be 2. 2 times 9 is 18. What do I multiply the top by? 2, because I multiplied the bottom by 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 3 plus 4 is 7. We're left with 7/18. So remember, in order to add fractions, they must have common denominators. I always go for the lowest common denominator because it saves me some work, and smaller numbers are easier to work with. But if you go for a different common denominator, that's acceptable. It's just maybe a little bit of a waste of your time.